Supposedly, there's a 10% chance of snow. But those clouds, they look like a lot more than 10% to me. So, today's the third 12-hour shift in a row. Why am I out here at the water when I have to leave so soon? I just had an introductory call with the therapist. So we didn't really talk much about me, but we talked about the process and whatnot. And so I'm going to start talking to her once a week for an hour on Thursdays for the next 6 weeks. See how that goes. Might be the best thing to come of this trip, other than, money, which will soon be gone, Maybe I'll have a car at the end of it. Maybe I'll have a plane ticket. I mean, I'll certainly have a plane ticket to Mexico, but I'm still contemplating that plane ticket to the Philippines. Anyway, this won't be a whole video. This is a segment I'll talk about later here. This is the lake behind me. This is what it looks like today. I don't think the camera's picking up the snow that's coming right at it. It's snowing hard today. Which means it's going to be quite the challenging day at work. Alright, I better get back and get ready for that. I just did my daily 15-minute meditation right there, in that chair, under that piece of plywood. Hey everybody. Oh, my balaclava's not on straight. Fix that. This is my fourth attempt to shoot a video right here. And I'm always forgetting something. I swear it's getting pathological, or what's the word I'm looking for? Clinical, diagnosable. I don't know, the word will come to me. Maybe in the editing I'll put it up on the screen, but my focus, I'm always forgetting something. Always forgetting something important. Like, practically important in my minute-to-minute, day-to-day, hour-to-hour, operation as a being getting through this world in one piece. What's the word? I don't know. Anyway, hi. I am going to do my absolute best to keep this such that I can put it up, as a publicly available video. For those of you who don't follow me on Patreon, you've missed most of my recent videos, because I'll put them up and then 5 minutes later I realize, no, I said something that is either too personal or is too specific about my job, and I put it behind the paywall. So I'm going to make a strong effort to keep this one in front of the paywall, but typically, in the past anyway, I've been talking about issues, ideas, things like that, and I'm just so caught up in my own personal story right now that I'm not dwelling on any of those things. I just read a nonfiction book, The Hunter-Gatherer's Guide to the 21st Century. There's a lot of good stuff in there I could talk about, but I just, I'm just caught up in my own stuff right now. But anyway, here I am on the mountain, or mid-mountain anyway. You can see how hard it's snowing. And the storm hasn't even really reached us yet. This is just the leading edge this is the hint of what's to come. This is my third 12 and a half hour shift in a row. I thought it was going to be third and final, but I just got noticed that tomorrow is a 12 instead of an 8. Oh, the bags under my eyes that were there this morning are looking better now. I looked a fright when I got up after my 5 hours and 20 minutes of sleep or whatever it was. There's a lot of shit to do that isn't work. And when you work 12.5 hours a day and you need to sleep, 6 or more hours a day, it doesn't leave much time, particularly, when the roads are just trashed because of this storm. Travel time is extended. I mean, there's not much in my life right now that isn't work. Like talking to you guys, writing in my Remarkable 2 notebook, which is pretty cool. I've been meaning to do a video about that for a while. These are things that I've been doing at work recently, just stealing a minute here or there, or 10 minutes or so. I did just do a 16-minute headspace meditation, just sitting right here in this chair, occasionally feeling the snowflakes on my face. It's an adventure. I guess this is why I'm here, right? It's for these long, many days of long shifts that add up, come payday. That looks really good in the pay statement. And so right now, like today's meditation was about letting go of stories that we're attached to. And I've just had to let go of a story about a future with a particular person that seemed to be just going marvelously until it just exploded. So now I've accepted an invitation from a longtime C-Realm listener to go hang out in his town in Mexico for a month and then go to his hometown for a month. And that's my current story about my near future. I also have a story about saving up enough money to buy a car, and I've got several models in mind that I'm looking at. But if I'm still looking at international travel, does it make sense to buy a car just so it can sit at my mother's place in Arkansas with all the other cars? I would tell my brother to drive it and I would tell him to keep it, to not let my mom store stuff in it, because all the cars at her place that aren't running are full of stuff. There's just storage. Do I want to spend the majority of the money that I'm going to earn on this job to add another car to my mother's yard while I'm gallivanting off to Mexico? And even though it seems like I should put the whole Philippines thing behind me, I'm kind of tortured by the fact that I now have two ex-girlfriends whom I've never met in person, never touched, never kissed, never hugged. There's a part of me that wants to just jump on a plane, like to spend the money that I would spend on a car on a plane ticket and go to the Philippines and just, make real world face-to-face, in the flesh contact with Rose, who I spent, 2 years in a long distance relationship with. Even if I don't think there's a future there, there's a part of me that just can't stand the fact that the promise of the 2-year relationship never even came to like a cup of coffee together. Like, she doesn't drink coffee, but And I've always wanted to go to Nepal, which just happens to be on that side of the planet. So I'm juggling stories now. I'm definitely going to Mexico. I've been studying Spanish. Definitely going to Mexico. It's right there. It's freaking right there. There's no ocean between me and Mexico. I could drive there if I wanted to, although, the place that I'm going is south of Mexico City. I'm not going to drive all that way. No. No, I'll be flying in. I'm not even sure I'm going to fix my teeth now. That's like $4,000 if done in Mexico. I might have other uses for that money. I don't know. I just don't know. I'm, as of this moment, not attaching myself to any particular story, other than, yes, I am going to go to Tepoztlan and then later to Taxco, Mexico. But aside from that, the future is wide open. It is wide open. What I'm doing right now is just getting emotional, visceral distance from, the situation that I was just recently attached to and can no longer be attached to. Basically, I'm letting my subconscious, my emotions, and my body catch up to the things that I have taken in and realized intellectually. It's challenging. Anyway, this is all very personal. This is the sort of thing that I typically put behind the paywall. I'll put this up for a little while. I kind of expect it's going to go behind the paywall. So eventually I will get back to big picture stuff. I just don't care right now. I just cannot bring myself to care. Not watching Peter Zion's videos, not watching Breaking Points, not watching Rising. I'm not reading any news. I touch Twitter every now and again with a 10-foot pole, and then I burn the pole. I'm just not interested in those big picture debates, contests between, tribal factions in this culture. I'm so sick of it. I'm so not interested in it. I'm so self-centered. I will say I am self-fucking-centered right now. thinking about my future, my prospects, my story. And that big picture stuff can all just go and fucking rot. I just don't have any energy for it. I don't have any attention for it. I have zero fucks given for that shit. So, if you're still into it, good on you. You know, have fun. That's what it is. It's a sport. It's a pastime. It's a hobby. You know, and if it's your thing, it's your thing. But right now, it's not my thing. All right. I'm going to stop talking. And hopefully, this video will actually get made. Stay well.